Well, the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. The kinfolk said, Jed, move away from there. Said, California is the place you ought to be. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is. Swimming pools, movie stars. The Beverly Hillbillies.
Chief! Oh, Miss Holloway, how do you like this drapery material? This is a cheerful design. Chief, I'm having the whole office done in money green. A very restful color.
Chief, get a grip on yourself. Something terrible has happened.
The bank's been robbed.
Your wife.
My wife's been robbed.
No, it's worse than that.
The bank and my wife have been robbed.
Mr. Drysdale, it does not concern money.
Don't scare me like that.
Listen to me, please. Your wife has disappeared.
Oh, no, she hasn't. She's in the hospital for a nerve. You know, there's nothing wrong with her, really. She just went in to spite me. Said it was in protest against the Clampett living next door. She even had a psychiatrist fly out from New York, charge me $200 a day plus transportation.
Chief, your wife has disappeared from the hospital.
Well, she probably went home. And at high time, too, that room is costing me $75 a day.
Mrs. Drysdale did not go home. No one knows where she is.
You serious?
Absolutely. Your wife is missing. She vanished from her hospital room and her mattress with her.
Well, let's get over there.
Anyway, get that critter off her. Is she still sleeping?
Sound as well.
Take her up to the bedroom next to mine. We'll have her well in no time.
How's it coming, Doctor?
Slow. But then it don't pay to hurry when you're mixing medicine.
That's right. Well, Jethro's found you a dandy mud dauber's nest.
Oh.
Yeah, Granny, look at this. It's a 19-holer.
A 19-holer. There's a heap of curing in that rascal. Granny, Miss Drysdale's commencing to wake up. Well, it's about time. She's been sleeping ever since we fetched her home from the hospital.
You don't reckon she got the purple drowsies?
I won't know for sure until I examine her. Uh-oh. I'm putting her out of my all-purpose throat gargle, mouthwash, and germ killer.
I'll get you some more, Granny. Oh, where are you hiding it still now?
Oh, yeah. It's down in the bushes by the cement pond.
I'll throw you off about 4 fingers.
Now, let's see. I got everything I need to give Miss Drysdale a complete and thorough scientific medical examination. Buzzard foot, feeler finder, dried newt skin, acidity bag, left hind shoe of a spavin mule. I'm ready.
Get your mud dauber's nest.
I'll put that right next to my powdered batlings and dried beetles.
Gee, Granny, sure do make me want to be a doctor.
Good heavens, yes. But generally speaking, I don't hold to the idea of men being doctors.
Clampett house. Oh, it can't be. I went to the hospital to get away from them. Doctor!
Nurse! Please coming, honey. Oh, rest easy, Miss Drysdale. Granny's here to doctor you.
What am I doing here? How did I get out of the hospital?
They throwed you out.
What? Right out the window, mattress and all. We found you laying in the bushes, sound asleep.
Oh,
Uncle Jed and me hefted your mattress onto the truck and brung you home so Granny could take care of you.
You didn't even wake up.
Speaking of that mattress, Jethro, I reckon we ought to take it back to the hospital.
Granny's got it sunning in the yard.
Yeah, I'll put it on the truck and wait for you out front.
Here's your germ killer, Granny. How you feel, Miss Drysdale?
I'm so confused. Please call my husband.
I've been trying to do that, but he ain't home and he ain't at the bank, nor Miss Jane neither.
Could he be at the hospital?
Oh, I hope not. That's a terrible place. Place awful unfriendly. Why, we had to climb up the fire escape to come and see.
Jethro and me will have to get that mattress back in your room the same way. Well, take good care of her.
We will, pal.
Boy, I wasn't so groggy and sleepy.
I bet you them hospital doctors give us something, like they's always doing on television. Don't you worry, honey. We ain't gonna let them squirrely TV quacks get you again. A real doctor's gonna be treating you now. Take this Avon mule shoe. Let me out of this madhouse. Oh, that poor woman thinks she's still back in that hospital.
Calm down, Mr. Drysdale. I assure you we will solve the mystery of your wife's disappearance.
How can a 132-pound woman suddenly disappear? You need a lost and found department. What do you think you're doing?
Making deductions, Chief. I'm somewhat of an amateur detective.
Ah, baloney. If you want to do something, get my lawyer over here.
Can we discuss this in my office? Now, we're launching a full-scale investigation.
And I am launching a full-scale lawsuit. Why do you doctors wear masks? $75 a day for this room, and my wife isn't even in it. Now, I want my money back.
Mr. Drysdale, your wife will be found and returned to you.
I didn't ask for that. I asked for my money back. Fine, hospital you're running.
You didn't help matters any when you dismissed your wife's specialist and sent him back to New York.
He was charging me $200 a day and she wasn't even sick.
Will you lower your voice?
I'll do that when you guys lower your rates.
Situation. Mrs. Drysdale was under sedation and therefore could not walk to the window. Supposition. She must have been carried on her mattress.
Oh, howdy, Miss Jane. Miss Jane, we figured the hospital will be looking for Miss Drysdale mattress.
But how did you get it?
Well, we found it down yonder in the bushes and her on it sound asleep.
We figured the hospital folks threw her out the window.
So we fetched her home and Granny put her to bed.
She's at your house?
Safe and sound. And getting treated a heap better than she did here.
Every time we come to visit her here, they had this room dark and gloomy.
Yeah, so the first thing we done was to open the window and move the bed up to it so she could see out when she woke up.
Yeah. Well, come on, boy. Granny needs us. Oh, tell Mr. Drysdale not to worry about his wife.
Hey, I never did find out what these here buttons were for.
Like I said before, boy, leave him alone. Come on. Bye, Miss Jane.
So that's what happened. Jethro pushed the control buttons. Of course.
Well, naturally, I'm glad my wife is safe at the Clampetts, but I'm not swallowing that cock and bull story about her being launched out the window by Jethro. I'm suing this hospital for a bundle, and that's that.
Have you moved the bed to the window and I'll demonstrate.
And I'll demonstrate that you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, Miss Hathaway, I've just located the nurse who was on duty at the time of Mrs. Drysdale's disappearance.
So it raises the bed. So what?
And I'm sure we can...
Hey! Press the button to stop this thing!
You see that, Jethro?
No, what?
They just chucked another one out the window.
No.
Yeah.
Boy, they's a mean bunch.
Back they are. You couldn't get me in that hospital for no amount of money. Miss Drysdale, where are you going?
I'm going back to the hospital.
Oh, now, you don't want to go back there. They is chucking folks out the window right and left.
What's going on? What's she doing out of bed? I want to go back to the hospital. The hospital!
I don't think she knows what she's saying, Granny. I reckon that fall out the window shook a few jars off the shelf.
I'm just on my way up to give her some nerve quietener. Open wide, Miss Drysdale. Fetch the poor thing back, Ted.
You better give her a double dose when I do. Her nerves is tighter than a high string on a $2 fiddle.
Who was making a beeline for the back door?
Be down, you Neanderthal!
Why, she told her upstairs and lock her in?
No, hold her there. When she gets a spoonful of my nerve tonic, she'll be as quiet as a kitten. I refuse to swallow one drop of your witch's brew. Here, then. When she opens her mouth wide, spoon it in. I have no intention of opening my mouth. There you are. Put her down now, Jethro.
But she'll run away.
No, she won't, Jethro. Granny's nerve tonic's got a mighty soothing effect.
Okay.
I'm going home and call the police and have you all put away.
See? I told you.
Don't worry, she won't run for her. They're floating, Granny. Reckon this stuff's a mite strong for city folks?
Here so. I better call her in before she goes over the wall. Come on back, Miss Drysdale. Come into Granny. Hi, Granny. I'm
Doctor, it might be best if I went in alone to get Mrs. Drysdale.
No, any particular reason?
Several, none of which you would understand at this point.
Sorry, Bessie, but Granny says you can't be Miss Drysdale's nurse no more. You let her get away once. Oh, hi there, Miss Jane. Somebody's with you?
Yes, but I'm afraid this little nurse is one of the things he might not understand. Where's Mrs. Drysdale?
Upstairs in the room next to Granny.
Where's Granny?
Oh, out back. Want me to go and fetch her?
Oh, no. I'll talk to her later.
M.D. Oh, howdy. Are you a doctor?
Yeah, that's right.
No, that's what M.D. meant. Mr. Doctor. Snakes on that there stick. I'm gonna be a brain surgeon.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Where are you studying medicine?
In the kitchen, mostly. Yeah, that's where Granny makes her medicine. She's the one I'm studying doctoring from.
Oh, yeah. Your grandmother is a doctor.
Oh, greatest they is. You ought to see what she done for Mrs. Drysdale.
Well, just what did she do for Mrs. Drysdale?
Loosened her nerves to where they was like a bunch of wet noodles. Hey, how would you like to meet Granny?
I would like that very much.
Well, she's out back. I'll go fetch her.
Come on now. That's it.
My name is Tinkerbell. I can fly.
Oh, boy.
Where are you taking Miss Drysdale?
Dr. Sanders is taking her back to the hospital.
Well, I best go fetch Granny. Granny! Granny!
The door.
Miss Hathaway, what is going...
Doctor, give me a hand and let's get out of here.
But I was about to meet a character named Granny.
That's why we have to get out of here.
Hey, Granny!
Yeah? Granny, come quick!
Granny!
Granny!
Hey, Granny!
Granny! I'm dizzy.
Hey, there's a doctor waiting out front to see you.
And Miss Jane says another doctor's taking Miss Drysdale back to the hospital. We're overrun with alarmage. Yeah, them hospital doctors has got Miss Drysdale again.
That ain't all. They got Mrs. Drysdale, too.
No,
I just heard about it next door.
we gotta get down there and save them. Follow me.
Doctor's out. Well, never mind. Come on, youngins. We'll pick her up on a fly.
I still say it ain't fitting for a doctor of my standing to have to climb through the window like a snake thief.
Let's face it, Granny. This hospital's a mighty peculiar place. The quicker we get Mr. and Mrs. Drysdale out of it, the better.
Where do you reckon they are?
Come on, we'll find them.
Bingo! Miss Drysdale's in this one.
Likely Mr. Drysdale's in the next one.
I'll take care of it. See you later, Doctor.
What are you doing here?
We come to fetch Mr. and Mrs. Drysdale out of here.
Oh, you can't do that. They're under the care of Dr. Sanders.
They're under the care of Dr. Granny.
I'm in trouble if there's so much as seen on this floor.
Miss Hathaway, who are these people? What are they doing here?
We's the Clampetts, ma'am.
We come to fetch the laundry.
The laundry here. I'll show them where it is. Here we go. Thank you, nurse. Right inside. There we are. They're charity cases. Dr. Sanders is trying to help them out.
All right. Oh, Miss Hathaway, I'm glad you're still here. That boss of yours is too much for me. He's leaving.
You're releasing him?
Releasing him? I'm throwing him out.
I know he's not afraid of that.
They'll be fixing to throw poor Mr. Drysdale out. And his wife will be right behind him. We didn't get here a minute too soon.
Won't be mighty tricky getting him down that fire escape.
Well, you and Jethro can stand under the window, and Granny and me will drop him to you.
No more fire escape for me. I'm going out the front door like a brain surgeon had oughta. There's a whole shelf of them over yonder.
Oh, I think you came up with a great idea.
Thank you. What is it?
Come on.
Miss Hathaway, come to the cashier's office with me. I want you to approve every item on that skinflint's bill. Oh, nurse, get that wheelchair ready for Mr. Drysdale. Come along, Miss Hathaway.
Well, couldn't we go later?
Now, please. You know, I'll bet he would go all the way to Africa just to get free treatment from Schweitzer.
Now, wait a minute. Sanders promised. No surgery. He's an academic. Don't touch me! Quiet down, Mr. Drysdale.
Yeah, it's us.
We's come to get you out.
You gave me a fright.
Your nerves on edge, is he?
I'll say they are.
Open wide.
What was that?
Nerve quiet, nerve. Get in the wheelchair, Ted. Billy and me will fetch Miss Drysdale. Like as not, she needs a booster by now.
no cause for concern, Doctor.
2 patients have been spirited out of my hospital. I call that cause for concern.
We're not sure the Clampetts did it, and besides, you were ready to release Mr. Drysdale.
Well, yes, but not into the custody of a witch doctor. Now, there is some medical hanky-panky going on at the Clampetts, and I intend to look into it.
It's nothing, you'll see. Oh, Granny practices a little mountain medicine, you know, harmless home remedies.
Well, if what she gave Mrs. Drysdale was a sample, she can be arrested as a pusher. Well, that stuff made our tranquilizers look like pep pills.
Sure, it's all perfectly legal and harmless. And besides, Granny confines her cures to her own family.
Oh, she does. Take a look at that.
Well, I wonder how that got there.
Well, I suggest we drive in and find out.
Pedro, let's get these contraptions back to the hospital.
Won't Granny need them for her hospital?
They don't belong to us. Neither does that outfit you're wearing.
Well, I like it. Makes me feel like a real doctor.
Bring the truck around, we ain't keeping nothing that don't belong to us.
That sign out front must be a prank. You'll see, they're just simple, fun-loving hillbilly folk.
Oh, howdy, Miss Jane. Howdy, Doctor.
Well, that simple, fun-loving kid is studying brain surgery in the kitchen.
Oh, this here's Cousin Ellie.
And this is Cousin Betsy. She used to be a nurse.
A nurse? Oh, no. What ghastly experiments are they conducting in there?
Out of the way, Miss Jane. The Drysdales is loose again. Come on, young'uns, inside and help Granny and me catch him.
I just don't believe it. They've gone way beyond my medical knowledge. I just hope the AMA can handle this.
Never mind the net, Granny. The Drysdales is floating back. And I'm Peter Pan.
Now it's time to say goodbye to Jed and all his kin. They would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of their hospitality. Hillbilly, that is. Set us bell. Take your shoes off.